We use a lot of RV memberships, and one of our favorites is the Thousand Trails membership. Do you guys use Thousand Trails?
We probably use it more than we use any other membership that we have. If you don't use it, why not? And if you do, what's your favorite place to stay?
So we are in the Thousand Trails system right now. And if you didn't know it, we're in Lisa's favorite Thousand Trails park.
Sunshine Key. It's in the Florida Keys. There are 2 parks in the Florida Keys that are, well, they're Encore Parks, which is owned by the same company as Thousand Trails, both of which are in the Keys. So they're both great parks. Sunshine is just the one we prefer, mostly because we like to make a couple day trips to Key West while we're here.
And it's only about 45 minutes from here to
but
Key
Fiesta's
West.
another, 20 minutes up the road. So we like Fiesta because they have a restaurant in the campground, so that's always a plus.
But you like Sunshine Key.
But they have manatees in the marina here. Just saying.
Manatees. That's all it's about. It doesn't matter that
So cool.
it's 75 degrees outside in the middle of December. It doesn't matter the sun is always shining. We haven't seen any rain. It's all about the manatees.
It's been in the mid-70s since we've been here. Well,
manatees.
it is all about the manatees. Let's be real.
But anyway, that's not what this video is not about. This video is not about the manatees. It's not about Sunshine Key. It's not about Fiesta Key. It's all about
Thousand Trails.
Thousand Trails. It's about why we use Thousand Trails, what we think about Thousand Trails. Would we buy it again tomorrow if we start it all over again? So basically, yes,
Yes.
and yes. So Thousand Trails, we were just talking to somebody not too long ago.
Just today, actually, we talked to somebody about Thousand Trails membership.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people have different expectations about Thousand Trails. They call these campgrounds resorts. Yeah, there is some resorts.
Some.
We are in a resort right now. I would say this is somewhat of a resort. Now, we have been to some places that are more of a resort than this place by a long way. But
I feel like it's kind of like a hotel, though, because you can go to one of the top name brand hotels, and in one town it's the best hotel ever, and then when you go to the same brand in a different town, it might not be so great. So Thousand Trails parks are kind of the same, and let's preface this with the park we're at now is actually an Encore park. So depending on, there's lots of different memberships for Thousand Trails. There's everything from a zone pass up to an adventure package, and they go anywhere in price range. I think I'm gonna probably get this wrong, from like $500,
$600 up to tens of thousands, $12,000. So
our particular membership, we stay in Thousand Trails. We can stay at most parks 21 days at a time, and we can bounce park to park. We do always get the upgrade of the Trails collection,
which keeps us down here in the Keys for a big whopping
$20 a night.
Wow.
Where else can you stay in the Keys for $20 a night? I don't even think you can stay at a state park down here for $20 a night.
I tried to sleep on a park bench one time, and it cost me more than $20 when I went to jail. But
so it's worth it to us for the upgrade because we use it. If that's not something you would use, then it's not worth it. But there are memberships that even if you don't have the upgrade to the Trails collection, and I won't give you the percentage because I'll probably tell you the wrong thing, but there is a percentage, you would get a discount at the Encore parks. Not $20 a night, but a discount nonetheless. So for us, we do stay at a lot of Encore parks, especially throughout the winter when we're in Florida. So it's worth the extra money for us to upgrade.
Not even just the Encore parks and all that kind of things, but just the Thousand Trail membership that we have, which we have the Thousand Trails Elite Connections. So we can stay 21 days in most parks, bounce to another park for 21 days, bounce to another park for 21 days.
Unless you're in Florida in the winter.
Then it's 14.
And then it's like high use, so you can only stay 14 days.
Okay, so 14.
But that's our particular membership.
Even at the bare minimum, 14 days, move 14 days, move 14 days, move 14 days. Our membership is paid for already. It's paid. We've already paid for it. We pay our $500 a year dues. and we can live basically. I know a lot of people are going to say this isn't right, but for free because our membership is paid. So
Our membership is paid, and that's something that you can pay for it when you, like if you buy a membership, you can pay for it up front. You can finance it. There's lots of different options. We went ahead and paid ours off. We did finance it, but we paid it off early, and now we just pay our dues every year, which are $500 and some dollars. So technically, I guess even though our membership's paid, our dues cost us. So
I'm not the biggest math person, but you can stay in the Thousand Trails system for $500 a year, 300 days a year. So it's a little bit over $1 or $2, not even $2 a day.
Yeah, it ends
to
up being
live.
really
So
cheap.
it's not, and we tell everybody this. It's not the best parks in the world. It's not one of your high-end parks. It's
There
not where
are
you got
nice-
$1 million water parks.
But there are some that are really nice, and then there are some that are not, and then there are some that we've been to that we said we'd never go back to again.
But
and
we
then-
went back.
But then we ended up going back because my son wanted to go somewhere near there, so we went back, and they're now under new management, and she's working really hard. I still don't think it's where it needs to be, but she's working really hard to get it there, and you could tell that she had made changes and she was working towards that. So
We are seeing a lot of improvements in a lot of different campgrounds. So maybe Thousand Trails is allowing them to the managers do some more work and get some things in there. But bottom line, we like Thousand Trails.
And I still think I like Thousand Trails. I'm glad we bought our membership, and I continue to say that I think it's the most used membership we have. And at the end of the day, for the dollar,
for the money, you cannot beat it. Cannot beat it.
Yeah, it's the best gig out there for what we do. For the price. Now, there are people that camp out west for free because there's plenty of places out west to pull over and park, and I'm not really fluent in that. I'm trying to learn. But especially on the East Coast where we are, there's not a lot of that. Like there's Harvest Host and Boondockers Welcome, that kind of thing. But
Cracker Barrels and Walmarts.
there's not these places that you just pull over and park and it's free or $5 or something, and you have the the beautiful scenery and all that. That's not really so much an option. So for us, Thousand Trails is great, and not trying to be pitchy. You use the membership that works best for you. It's just our experience. It's what we've done for a long time, and it works for us. And we stayed here in the Florida Keys for 2 weeks for $20 a night, and
It almost broke me.
Amazing. And I don't know any other way to camp that cheap in the Florida Keys. Now, we did talk to a couple when we were in the Chesapeake Bay Park a few weeks ago in Virginia. And they had recently bought a Thousand Trails membership, and
But it was kind of neat because we were in there having getting ice cream, and they said, "Hey, are you guys FindUsCamping?" Well, yeah, we are. And they said, "We just want to thank you."
We bought our membership because of you guys, and that's always kind of a double-edged sword because you don't know if they're happy with their membership or they're not. And what he said made so much sense, because what he said was this. He said, we love it. Like, we love it. We've hit the road pretty much full time, and we love it. He said, but it's all about the expectation. So you can't expect at most Thousand Trails parks, you shouldn't go in expecting a resort. It's not that.
Not a resort.
The sites, most of the ones we try to go to the ones that have full hookups. If not, they do. I've not been to one yet that didn't have full hookup and didn't have a dump station. So there's that. And most of them that don't have full hookup have a honey wagon that comes around. So there's that. But at the end of the day, for us personally, we would rather spend the money on Thousand Trails and then be able to park for free, or when you do the math, a couple dollars a night or whatever it works out to be, and be able to spend our money
outside
out
doing
doing
excursions,
fun things, whether it's eating delicious,
How are you
fattening
talking food again?
things that we shouldn't be eating,
Always talking food.
or snorkeling at Alligator Reef in the Keys, because I'd rather spend my money doing that. Because let's face it, this isn't a hotel. I know my sheets are clean. I know my bathroom's clean. I just need a place to park my bedroom.
Bottom line is, the way I look at it, and I've told somebody not too long ago, is if you're not full-time or really, really close to full-time like we are, get the zone pass, try it out, get 2 zones. There's always
There's not always, but usually.
You can get, I mean, you can get 2 zones, try it out, see if you like it. Go camp your weekends and see what you think about it and see if it works. But for anybody full timing that wants to save good money, I don't know why you don't have 1,000 Trails. It's just we have been in the system for 5 weeks, 6 weeks so far. I think this trip.
Oh, it's been longer than that.
And all we paid was the $20 a night. We stayed here, so that is so cheap. And I think we did a video not too long ago, the month of March. I think it cost us $2 or $3 a night. Where can you camp for $2 or $3 a night? I can't do that in a state park. I can't do that in a Corps of Engineers park. I can't do that. Even
anywhere.
Even
if my Passport America, I think the cheapest we've ever stayed was $9 a night. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to share with you all because we've had a couple people ask here recently, and I know we've discussed it before, but we think membership-wise, 1,000 Trails is not perfect. But
it's not perfect by any means.
But it's a great investment if you're going to camp. You know, if you're going 2 weekends a year or 2 weeks a year, then don't waste your money.
Well, it still may not be too bad with the zone pass because it's $500, and some campgrounds are $80 or $90 a night.
True.
So,
but if you're somebody that's going to use it for full time or weekends, lots of weekends, or multiple weeks throughout the summer, you should definitely check into it. This guy will put a link below. The people that we deal with that we really like, that if we have questions, we didn't buy our membership from them because they weren't there when we bought our membership. But if we have any questions or concerns or whatever with our membership, or talks about upgrading, or if we talk to any of you that are having problems or questions.
I just did it for somebody today. Somebody had a question about upgrading to one of the other packages,
Yeah.
and I gave him a call and I said, Jim, I said, we have somebody here that wants to go up to the venture package. What is it going to cost him to do that? So ask us questions. If you have any questions, if you have comments, don't tell me about any concerns. I can't. I mean, we're not ambassadors or anything for 1,000 Trails, so I can't fix anything. But
if you have a question about your membership, or if you have a question about
buying a membership, we can try to help you
get in touch with
Jim and Brandy.
Jim and Brandy are our go-to people, and they've been doing it for a while. But if there by chance was something they didn't know, they of course know who to call to find out. So they have been super helpful to us. I mean, let's face it, even if you have a membership, I still have questions about mine, and we've had it for I think over 10 years, because there may be pieces of it you don't necessarily use all the time. So even if you just have a question about how something works, or if your membership covers this or whatever, Jim and Brandy are a great resource, and have been for us. So he'll put their information below. But if you have any questions or comments about 1,000 Trails in general, feel free to comment below.
And if you are a member, tell us which one is your favorite 1,000 Trails, because we're hitting a lot of them next year. And
what's your least favorite? Because we're heading west. Like, I know we've talked about it previously, through Texas and over to Arizona. And if there's somewhere that we definitely need to not go, please tell me that so I don't have to find that out.
Remember, we're 45 feet, so if they're small sites or tight sites, we need to know. So comment below and let us know. But that's it. We just want to tell you guys about 1,000 Trails. We do like 1,000 Trails. People ask us all the time, would you buy it again? Would you do it again?
Yep.
Absolutely. I would do it again. I would do it again. I would do it again. So I'll put the links below if you want to buy it, get into one of the memberships. If you have a question, you have whatever, comment below. Let us know. We'll answer the best way we can possibly answer. And, as always, until the next time you find us in one of these 1,000 Trail parks for $20 a night.
Or the Encore in the Keys.
Soaking up the sun.
Safe travels, y'all.